They did a survey of companies. They did a survey of about 70 companies and 70 CEOs, SolidWorks did. And they figured out there's basically 4 types of companies, or there's 4 ways you can kind of group companies. And up here is the price graph. Over here is the implied quality, or cost of materials, basically. There's, of course, the highest end, highest price. I call this the BMW company. Highest price, highest quality. They get by on doing things that no one else can do. Again, BMW, Lamborghini, that type of company. If you go one step down from that, there's what I call the Toyota company. Lower price than the BMW, but pretty much the same quality. A Toyota will get you to work just as well as a Lamborghini will, right? The utility is about the same. Big difference in price. If you want to go way down in price, there's the bargain company. These are like the Walmarts, right? Things you don't need to be expensive. You want things to be cheap. Pop-Tarts, Walmarts, nuts and bolts maybe. Just simple T-shirts and clothes. Okay? And finally, in between the flexibility and the bargain, in between the Toyotas and the Walmarts, there's what they call the user experience. I call this the Starbucks model. Is $8 Starbucks coffee really twice as good as a $4 or $3 Dunkin' Donuts coffee? Probably not. Is it infinitely better than the free coffee I get at work? No. But why do people go to Starbucks? Ambiance, they go to because of brand loyalty, perceived quality, right? That's how Starbucks broke into the market in the first place. They had a different kind of coffee shop. Calming music, nice location, nice chairs, right? That's how Starbucks broke in, is giving people user experience. You see this all sorts of places. You see this with Apple. You see this all sorts of places. And in my mind, consumer products live pretty much right there, right? You want people to go to your product because they perceive a higher quality than some of the bargain basement choices out there. And we'll talk about that more as we go along. Now, obviously there's mixes, but in general, the 4 ways to view companies are like this. Does that kind of make sense, Al?
Absolutely, and actually I'm glad you mentioned perception, because the BMW versus the Toyota could be a perceived difference as well.
Oh, it's 100% perceived difference, right? I mean, if I have to get to work 10 miles, both cars will do the same job. It's how do I feel about those cars? And that's, again, that's going with the quality and with the Starbucks model. How do I feel about the car I'm driving?
Exactly.
If everyone got really smart, we could make $2,000 cars that get us where we want to. They have car companies like that in India. But, again, it's the perception of quality. How would we feel about a $2,000 car? So, actually, that's a great point. We'll see that about 4 slides further on.